All right. I want to thank everyone so much for coming out tonight. It is really a pleasure to see some really familiar faces, some people that I haven't seen in a little bit, some new faces, and everyone here to support our fabulous author, Jill Firestone. Tonight we are here to celebrate the release of the book Murder on Sex Island, a Luella Van Horn mystery. This event is presented by the Left Bank Books Foundation and Left Bank Books. Right now we are fundraising for the Left Bank Books Foundation, which does help us to produce events like this. The Left Bank Books Foundation also has literacy projects like the River City Readers and Literacy and Justice for All, which is the program on my shirt, where we distribute banned books to people who request them. So we send banned books across the country, and that is with your support. So when you support Left Bank Books, not only are you helping to keep our doors open, you are also supporting places like this very library with your tax dollars. Your tax dollars, when you buy from Left Bank Books, goes directly back into the local economy. It helps keep the libraries open, the parks free, helps replant trees after the tornado. It helps keep streets paved. So if you've been on Kings Highway anytime recently, which I take daily to commute, that is because of you spending money here in St. Louis, and I want to thank you so much for doing that. I also want to give a big thanks to our fabulous library partner, Schlafly Public Library. We get the honor of hosting a lot of events here. They are wonderful. Fiona's in the back, one of my faves. They are fantastic, and we love to be able to produce events here within walking distance of our store. So, all that said, now we're going to talk about the book. Z-Way says, once again, the comparable and unhinged Jill Firestone proves that she is damn funny. Taylor Tomlinson says, the perfect combination of three incredibly addictive ingredients: murder, reality television, and Joe Firestone's brilliant comedic mind. Murder on Sex Island is a fun, fast-paced mystery that is also jam-packed with hard jokes. I laughed out loud so many times reading it. Joe is a genius and my hero. There is truly nothing she cannot do. I will skip a lot of the book description because we will be talking about the book. I will be in conversation with Joe, and we are going to be talking about all aspects of the book, including, obviously, sex. So I'm really excited to talk to Joe. I'm the event coordinator for Left Bank Books. I forgot to say who I am. Random strange person talking to you. But our guest of honor tonight, Jill Firestone is a comedian and television writer known for her work on After Midnight with Taylor Tomlinson, Z-Way, and Joe Hara Talks With You. Her most recent comedy special, Good Timing, received a Critics' Choice nomination and is available on Peacock. She co-hosts the long-running podcast Dr. Game Show with Manolo Moreno and is the co-author of two card games, Punderdome, a card game for pun lovers, and Fruits. Murder on Sex Island is her debut mystery, and she is, of course, from St. Louis. Without further ado, will you please help me in welcoming the incredible. Hello. I'm going to get one more questions.
You did a great job so far.
Thank you.
You really set the tone.
That was the hardest. So first off, it was absolutely a pleasure to read this book. I love mysteries. I love reality television, and I loved your combination and your take on both of those things.
Well, thank you.
So I'd like to start with, how did you come up with the concept of the opposite, I guess?
I think it is.
What's out of here?
That's okay. They know me.
It's mine.
Yeah, you know. Oh, this one? Okay. Okay, so before I said thank you, and
How did you come up with the concept for this book?
that's a really good question. Okay, Okay, so I thought that it would be really good. With entertainment, you kind of have a lot of periods where you don't have a job. And I didn't have a job for a while, and I thought, what would be good to make money is a sexual book. And then I tried to write a sexual book and I couldn't really nail, it's not really, I apologize if anyone hasn't read it yet, there's not a lot of intercourse. Um,
And being, of course, that is my book, is awkward. Yeah. My favorite sex scene in the book ever.
Well, everyone I've ever grown up with is here, and I just want everybody here to know that I still don't know what sex is, and I will never.
So originally you self-published this book,
Yeah.
and now it is with Phantom, which is a huge publisher. So I'm wondering what the process like that was for you, and how you went from being a self-published author to being the superstar that you are.
Absolutely. So I tried to publish it real, and then nobody wanted it. That's okay. Is this weird?
Yeah.
They can hear. So I tried to publish it real, and nobody wanted it, and so then I self-published it. Should I do a different thing? Okay. Here we go. Yes.
That's
There you go.
That was good. Okay, what are you doing? Okay. I tried to publish it real, and then I wasn't able to because when you publish something real, people have to want it, and so then I self-published it, and then I had difficulties with it. I'm not very good at organization or you have to order the size of the book, and I ordered it calendar size. So that was a mess, I think it was like 13 pages long. I mean, it was like 60,000 words, and it was so frustrating. And they obviously were like, stop contacting us. And I was like, I ordered a calendar, help me. And so I obviously had some trouble. And then I made a podcast version of it where I read it into a device. Okay, and yeah, a lot of words are kind of yeah. Okay, so then that people liked that because that was free instead of the self-published book that was cost money. And so then people started listening to that, and then it became and then people got interested in it, and then I tried again. And usually they say don't do that. They prefer it if you just publish the book regular the first time. If anybody's interested in publishing, they prefer to do it normal the first time.
did things.
Oh no, you got the bad one now.
What? How? It was working so much. Okay. Maybe if I just talk really loud into there. So did they seek you out?
No.
No.
Whatever you're asking, no. No, I had to submit again. You submit to agents, and then they submit to publishers. And to agents, I had to meet with them, and they were like, "We will take you if you rewrite the book." And I said, "Oh shoot, I already did it." And then they were like, "No, do rewrite it." So then I rewrote it another time, and then they brought it out again. And then obviously the editor, they would like you to rewrite it as well. The book is its own, every page is unique.
One of my friends actually has the original.
No,
So
well, they should sell it.
they're gonna.
No, I think it's gonna be less valuable, but I think probably, they probably bought it for 18 and they can probably get 12 or maybe even 8.
What about the calendar?
Since you brought up the audio, and first off, if you want to support authors and support bookstores, Libro.fm is
I'm sorry, you got that one.
it's contagious. Yeah. Libro.fm is a great way to support independent bookstores. That is how I listened to your book, which you beautifully narrate. I think I hold it like this. Yeah. You narrate it beautifully.
You look like Bono.
Anything else? So I'm wondering if anyone else has tried to impose you, Joe Firestone, onto the character of Luella.
I'm not,
I know you're.
I am not, this is not some kind of freaky auto fiction.
No.
Why would I do that?
Really
I'm not
so
interested in that. Character is a mousy, incompetent woman. Nothing like me.
She's not going to say.
I have nothing to do with this person. And I'm sick of the implications.
So for anyone else, don't do what I did.
Everything's gotta be auto fiction these days.
So we all know that Andy Cohen, who is also from St. Louis, has a lot of reality shows.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if any of those shows may have been some inspiration, and if you were doing research and watching a lot of those shows, how like reality TV came to influence this book.
Well, reality TV did influence this book. So Love Island is a show that I think Andy Cohen has, I don't know if he produces it or he hosted the reunion. And it was on Bravo and this USA just blew up pretty big. If you want to watch something with a lot of your time, you could spend your time doing that. I think there's 37 episodes in this last season, and each of them is like an hour and 15 minutes. And it makes you feel disgusting to watch. And anyway, but I would say that the biggest inspiration was Love Island. But also, I would say that some of the inspiration came from working in television and knowing that people are bad and evil, and a lot of people that work in television want to kill others that work in television.
Have you worked with Andy?
No,
Oh, he's fantastic. You should.
okay.
Yeah.
My friend was, she was up for one of the housewives, but she had to live in New York, and she didn't live in New York, so she put down my address, which would have been so awesome. They would have thought she was so poor.
You could have done like one of those New York tours.
I know, they would have thought we were some kind of trouble.
See, you were a comedy writer. Did you find it fun to play with the tropes in murder mystery, or was it more difficult than writing comedy?
No, I tried to write a sexual thriller. I did not, I was hoping it would be riveting.
Was it harder than comedy?
I didn't want it, it's not auto fiction, and I almost resent you saying it's comedy. I tried to make it a psychosexual thriller. Where people are, excuse my language, just fucking and sucking, okay? Taking each other off, and that is, and that, I think that's a good goal in literature. That's what Pride and Prejudice is.
All the nonsense.
Yeah. Dracula,
A lot of sucking.
Amor Tolls.
Is there songs about that?
No, but my
No.
mom likes number 12, so I do want
It's just like Facebook.
she's read it, whatever. It's fine. I did set out to make it juicy. I swear to you.
Oh, no, you did.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I did, no, I did, no, no,
No?
no. A lot of people, I would say that I try to avoid reviews, but I'd say some of the reviews have, I think that the bad thing is when they are so true. They cut you to your core. And one of the reviews was, "This is the stupidest fucking book I've ever." And someone else said, there is no sex, this is a waste of time. And what's tricky is there's a sequel coming out. Okay? And the sequel is Sex on Murder Island. Okay? And that one has even less sex and less murder. It's mostly island based. And I'm so angry. It's hard to have those interactions.
I mean, I think the title just sets people up.
It sets people up and they get upset. And they think, well, I was supposed to be aroused and scared.
You should get a t-shirt with that quote.
I think that there's certain movies that you get aroused and scared watching, and that part. The rest is garbage.
I did finally watch The Batman last night, and yeah, that's hard.
Who is it?
The Batman?
Who? Who did it?
Oh, I don't know.
No, who is it?
The Batman?
Who is the Batman?
That's the guy from Twilight.
Michael Keaton?
No. Robert Pattinson?
Oh, the new.
The new one. Yeah, well, new for me.
No, that's new for me.
Okay, come on.
He must be, what, 14 now?
Does not look like he aged at all. Like he looks like a vampire.
Must be out the rain. Yeah.
But that was sexy and it was like dark. and
Okay,
mysterious.
well, why don't you interview him?
I didn't ask for your cousin.
My cousin organized this whole thing with you. Emily Rosen. Emily Rosen.
Can you get Robert Pattinson?
Oh, she didn't tell me about that. She's trying to hide track. She tries to protect me. But she organized this whole thing. Because it was supposed to be this event. We were supposed to do an event when the book came out. You don't normally do a book event like 2 months after the book comes out. And so we were gonna do it, but it was supposed to be at Clayton High School, but it's just that it's such a big auditorium and that's my own high school and I knew it was gonna be half empty and so embarrassing. And so we couldn't do it, but then this worked out better. I like this much better. This feels like, this is my wedding. My mom made cookies.
She did.
Yeah, she made rubber. Imperial cookies. Imperial cookies. I thought there was a clap for each kind. Very good.
Tell us a little bit more about the sequel because I was very curious if there was going to be a continuation.
Well, there's a sequel. It is Sex on Murder Island. So Murder Island is this private island off the coast of New York. It's originally Moordenor's Island. It was a Dutch penal colony, but now it's a privately owned island. This is all fake. This is fake. This is fake. But so basically, when I was like, maybe I can make a juicy book this time. And so it's about this sex cult of rich people that own this private island. And they all sleep with each other and they're all barren. so that they don't, so they're not, really- I didn't want anyone to think that anyone was related, that was, and that's not really the point of the book. The book's cool. It's good.
Do you know when it's gonna come out?
Yeah, it's coming out in June.
Oh,
Mhm.
the character, Llewellyn Horn,
Oh, the book's about friendship.
they're going to be called Bane on Murder Six.
I mean, that actually is really helpful. I really built myself into a corner here.
Yeah.
My dad,
Right, those words.
well, my dad, he suggested a title for a third one, which was, what was it? It was like Honor on Family Code.
That doesn't sound like it has any sense.
No, that was his intention.
So he wants you to get away from
I
this.
think he was, yeah, maybe if I could write something akin to the Bible.
That's how.
I know.
So in St. Louis, there is or was a burlesque performer whose name is Lola Vanilla. I know. And like when I first read the title, I was like, does she know?
Oh my gosh.
Who is an actress?
Oh my gosh.
Who should be in the movie?
Yes.
It's like perfect to a T.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying that you should get a movie deal, you should have Lola Vanilla, fabulous actress.
Yeah.
So let's just make that.
Okay, no problem.
You can do that.
Yep, that's how it works. They say it's in the back alleys, but it's not. It's in libraries.
Yes. So where did where did your inspiration for the character come from? Because it's not autofiction. That's clear. So where did she come from in your mind?
It's not clear. I think I was like, wouldn't it be great to have a Dutch name?
Yeah, everything is styled.
Yeah. But I thought, what's the most sensual Dutch name?
Von Horn.
Yeah,
That does
okay,
it. Back to my questions.
okay,
Back to sex questions.
okay.
Sorry.
No, we won't.
As a comedic writer, and I'm not familiar with your entire group. So do you have experience writing sex scenes in your previous work? And how much fun was it to do that
Bless you. Someone's on the shit. Okay, I would say that I don't, in my oeuvre, I haven't worked for a lot of shows that have sex scenes. The Tonight Show isn't really a big, and there are a lot of those scenes, and, I worked for this show, Joe Pair Talks With You, which is, if that had a sex scene, I think people would be upset. I worked for a lot of cartoons, and cartoons really, they shouldn't really have that. Yeah, and I just worked for After Midnight, which is another late night show, so that there was a sex scene in there, people would start to wonder if everyone was okay. So yeah, no, I would say that I kind of stay away from that, whether that's in my control or not.
So what type of research?
I Googled sex. After this, my parents told me they would tell me what it was. You know what, I'm here my 39th birthday. So no, I've been raised in a really normal house, and yeah, and no, I think that it's I think that it's fun to write things that you hope are cool. You have any other questions?
Outside of Luella, who is your favorite character?
Okay, so this would be really good to know the characters. Okay, yeah, and I just remembered one. Okay, no, I know the characters for sure.
Okay.
And I remember what it is in there. Okay, so I really like this one character that, she's a contestant. And it turns out when Luella goes into her hotel room, because they all live in the same apartment complex, that this woman loves to take nude photographs with horses. No, it's good. That's a good, like, a lot of people, that's a literary detail, it's good.
If you tossed it back to me, I was going to say the neighbor. The original neighbor, I loved when she popped into the story.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
She's in the second book.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, of course she has to.
Yeah,
Because you can't have a lot of other characters.
no.
No. Spoilers. So there are a lot of characters in the book that do share some characteristics. They're bisexual. So I'm wondering how you were able to keep these characters separate and unique in your head and on the page.
Well, one of them in my mind was tall. And another one I remembered never had any hair. And another one, I said, this one is going to be religious. It's kind of from there, it kind of, so basically if you're writing a book and you were like, I want to keep the characters straight, you could just write a little list down and you write the name and then you just say like, hairless, I'm tall, and then you can usually remember.
Did you write it down sex for each of the?
No, that was just a gift.
Implied.
That was just a gift, because basically, if you haven't read the book, it's about this show called Sex Island, which is like where they have so embarrassing. They have sex. They have sex with each other, and the people that are best at sex win $100K, and so they get to grade each other. This
The audience.
No, they grade each other and the audience
Yes,
votes.
yeah. Which is like real life.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is why I don't have 100 million.
Oh, yeah, no, I think I would say that a lot of notes that I got were like, shouldn't you make it higher price money?
Especially if they have to split it. Yeah.
But Love Island, they only get $100,000, so they have to split.
So you are keeping it very real.
Yeah,
Yeah, the detail.
yeah, if you do the dramaturgy, it's all there.
I'm waiting for that.
Of course, it's coming.
Wait, you're gonna write that one too? You're gonna write your own critical analysis?
Yeah.
You are ambitious. I do want to open it up to questions from the audience, because we have to be out of the library by 8, so we will have about an hour for the signing line, so everyone can get their book signed. But I have one more question. It's going to be an easy one.
Okay, I just want to say that thank you for organizing this. You're great, and it is all. Thank you. Thank you. And you're very innovative.
And so be thinking of your questions, because we'll have time for a few.
And make them normal.
They don't have to involve sex or murder.
No.
I recommend they do. So I'm very curious what outside of the second book, which we will probably be hosting an event for, hopefully, fingers crossed. What are you up to? Like, what has been going on? Because I know that Taylor Tomlinson's show wrapped up. So I'm curious, what is going on with you, and how are you?
I'm good. I don't have a job anymore, so I mostly kind of talk to the dog, and I read a lot of murder mysteries. Yeah, and
Research.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of Love Island, which is, you can research things after the book comes out. And I kind of, I'm trying to, I would say the state of, this is not a big deal, but the state of the entertainment industry, I'd say, is dwindling as we speak. So, you kind of think, okay, this was cool that I did this. And now, what marketable skills do I have? And, it's kind of rare to find those. I started making smoothies.
Are people paying you?
No. But I put coffee and banana and cereal and water and milk. I put every breakfast item in the blender.
Bacon?
Yeah, anything goes in there, and then it tastes like breakfast, but you eat it faster.
Which is my preferred way to do it.
That's right. But yeah, I would say that I don't know. I'm just kind of writing and hanging out, and sometimes I'll think, ooh, could have a job any day.
I mean, it sounds like if you're watching a ton of Love Island and doing a lot of research, you could be the first person to write and sell the same book 3 times. I mean, you can be like, hey, I've got this great book, sold really well, self-published it, went to Bantam. What's up, Harper? Like,
That is a really
Sex
good idea.
sells.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I could just staple something on the back there.
I'll help you out.
Thank you.
It was time for audience questions. I'm going to run the microphone around, so whoever has.
Hey, John.
Yeah, what's up, Linda?
My question to you is, when you do a stand-up comedy or maybe even writing for a show, timing is so important. So how do you find the timing interfering from verbal to written word? Was it difficult to make things laugh out loud funny without the verbal presentation?
That's a good question.
I know it is.
Linda's cute with it. Okay. Basically, the good thing about with stand up or with a TV show, you gotta be around for when they react. The book, see ya. I don't even know if you think it's funny. Don't have to be there. You're in bed. That's the kind of perk of writing a funny book. Is that good luck laughing. Thank you. I feel like it's messed up that you should be the one that has to run around to.
So if someone were to trick you into admitting that you're proud of a project that you worked on, what would you recommend people check out?
Wow, what a villainy. Okay. Proud of a project. Well, I would love to, right now we're pushing the book.
Good answer.
Hello. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, Woodward.
Nice to see you. I'm curious about your writing and rewriting process. Is there one piece of feedback that stood out to you as being trash, bad, don't want it? And one that stood out as like, oh, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna pretend that I had that idea myself.
Oh, wow, that's really good. Just so you know, this specific person does questions for a living. Sorry, but I'm really good at it. And one time I was interviewing for roommates, and I got the advice to go, when was the last time? What was it that was really good? And I got a good roommate out of it. Anyway, I would say the question was definitely something I remember just now. Yeah. No, it's gone. What was it?
worst?
Okay, so I would say the best piece of advice is rewriting. I would say that a lot of times when you get notes, a lot of times they kind of make you think that everything you bless you is everything that you've done is terrible, and you kind of start to like spiral. And I would say that the best thing you can do that I was told to do is just take the notes and then read them and then leave them alone for like 24 hours. And then come back once you kind of process the ego bruise, and then you can kind of actually do something with the notes, because the notes are usually pretty useful. And I would say the worst, I would say that someone told me to add to add more commas. And so I'm not great with grammar, so I added a bunch of commas everywhere I could, and then they took a lot of those commas out. I felt foolish.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and ask you 2 questions.
What?
The first question is, did you consider other titles? Okay. That's the second
Oh,
question.
I will say, it was originally called Sex Island. And then my boyfriend, he's my fiance, pretty big deal. Yeah, so he goes, make it murder on Sex Island so they know what's happening there. Yeah. Good luck.
Not about the book, but I'm curious to know, on the Tonight Show, what do you think was the hardest part of your job working for Jimmy Fallon and the Tonight Show?
Are you a reporter?
No,
Okay.
I'm retired from the pet food.
Makes sense. I would say that the hardest part is that you do a bunch of work that day, and then it's really hard, and they're like, no, that was bad, this is good, that was bad, this is good, run around, and then you have a show that night, and then you gotta do it again, the whole damn thing the next day. And it's like, does this ever end? And then you realize it's on every night. Jeez. Shows. Hey, I don't know. Oh my gosh, sorry people. Do you have any tips for writer's block? Yes. I have a foolproof. Oops. I have a foolproof system for writing a book. Here's what you do. You write the outline really fast. Okay, so basically the outline is just based on your own it makes sense for the narrative. Right? So you're just like, here's what happens first. The guy goes to the store. At the store he finds a dog. The dog turns out to be a beast. Right? And then it's just natural what you think happens in the store. And you write it really fast. Okay? Then every day you write 1,000 words. And at the end of that 1,000 words, you say what you're gonna write the next day. So you don't have to be stuck. Okay? And you can't go back. You don't go back. So once you've written 1,000 words, you don't go back until the very end, and then you get embarrassed. So you just get horrified at the end, but then you've written a book. Hello, Jessica, my other cousin. Did you know, fun fact, I'm related to 75% of the people.
80% how you talk. Do you have a favorite Love Island contestant?
I would say my favorite Love Island contestant. Well, this isn't alienate me, but I would say that my favorite Love Island contestant would have to be Ace.
Why?
Why? Because I think it's cool that he takes a leadership position. Okay, fine. Alexandria. She's cool. But Ace, I think Ace is really cool. I think he's really cool, and I love that he dances, and I love that he represents shorter people everywhere.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm gonna take that.
Hi.
So it's not autofiction,
No.
but if you had to have an alter ego by night.
Yeah.
What would it be?
Okay, that's a great question. Alter ego by night, for sure. Well, at night, I like to, what I really like to do is I like to fall asleep at 8 and wake up at 10 upset. And then until 1, I'm awake. So I guess I would call myself, I would be like, Wired Wendy. Okay. I think Mary had a question. Not that I know everybody here, but yeah, Mary had.
So, talking to you, read Joe Firestone.
Mary, shut up.
You're so full of shit. Understanding intended, but what would be a killer question to ask at book club, especially if I'm hosting it and I want to look really cool?
Oh, that's great. Okay, so it's like, hey, y'all like the book?
I'm a reporter. And so my question is, tell us about your fiance.
Thank you, Dan. Okay, not that I know everybody, but thanks, Dick. Definitely. I have a fiance now. We've been together for, I think, 70 years. And basically I held him at gunpoint and, we did get engaged, after, yeah. He was reluctant, but now you can't be reluctant anymore. But that's, yeah, he's fun.
Is it gonna be a destination wedding?
Totally.
Two sex islands?
Totally. No, I would say that there, it's, a lot of people in this room are kind of activated by saying, when is the wedding? And I don't know. So by the fact that you asked that and I sort of answered in a positive way, I think I'm gonna have a lot of people to answer to. That's okay, no, that's okay.
I'm an ordained minister.
Well, that's wonderful.
I get to do it right now.
Okay, he's not sure. Now and his sister and my mom wanted me to try on her wedding dress, so I'm excited for my body to eat that.
All right. I want to, okay, last question, yeah.
Do you remember me from gym class in high school? I'm not related, but never mind. Out of all of the mediums that you've written for, if you could only choose one to be kind of core and go after for the rest of your writing career, what would it be?
Totally. So definitely the one, kind of whichever one is paying. It's great to get paid. It's hard to get paid. Sometimes they don't want you to, they hide the checks. They say, fine, get it. But I would say that it's great to get paid to write a book. That's feels very lucky because then you don't have to leave the house. With other writing, you do. And yeah, it's tricky to leave the house.
And sometimes you do it with a team,
Oh, it's terrible.
not writing a book like.
Oh, it's terrible to be with others. No, I like others. I like others. But I would say that it was, on the whole, I would say that it's, to be in a writer's room, you kind of have to be like, you kind of have to be tough. Or they're like, that was stupid. And you're like, Charlie, you're stupid. But with a writing book, you can be like, this is a good idea. And then no one else says anything. And you just keep going until someone reads it later and is upset.
Good enough, you can just be like, no, it is a good idea. And then they just have to believe
Is that something that is,
it. A lot of authors do that.
okay?
Yeah, they're
That's good to know.
bad. Experts, right?
Oh my God. With all this shade
I know.
and.
Yes, yes. Oh, trust me, I got shade on.
Oh my God.
How did I do that? Which was perfect.
Thanks, that's very nice. And you have a cookie?
I'm not yet. Okay,
Good.
all right, so.
Let's hear it from the other end.
Let's have one more giant round of applause. Alright, we are gonna get a little bit organized and we're gonna do the signing out in the lobby area, the gallery area. So we do need to move the cookies out there. And if you have not already purchased a book, we do have them available for sale right outside the door. And then we will organize the signing line to go out that door so that it is all nice and organized and everyone gets a book signed. I want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We do have a lot of events coming up. We have the incredible Richard Osman coming up in October. Tickets are on sale now for that. And Kim Chi from New College. Yes. So tickets are on sale for both of those right now, and we would love to see you again soon. Thanks.